Welcome back to Thronebreaker. Time to move on. Over here. The bug there when I loaded. I think some of my saves might be corrupted. I should probably start making backups at this stage. I really don't want to lose the progress I've made. I mean, I like the game, don't get me wrong, but do I want to replay this? No. It's a lot of... The issue that I have with the game is there's a lot of collectibles and all that kind of stuff that just makes me weary. Anyway, a battle, Nilfgaard. Forty times the size of Lyria. Alright then. If I get enough gold, I'll make Lyrian arbalists. If being the operative word. Alright then. I'll deploy a regiment drummer.
A highly curious case.
Deploy, heal an ally, okay. And boost by amount that was healed.
Her Majesty knows what she's doing.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
My scars? No, they don't hurt.
Totally.
Aye. Left, right, left, right.
152, 154.
Should have listened to me, old lady. This harvest, we'll be reaping black-clad heads.
Yeah!
I could pass at this stage. I'm pretty sure the AI will pass. I think it's trying to decide that. Keep in mind, I've played actually...
Scrubbing duty again? Oh god.
I've played comparatively few cards, so I'm passing over here. Yeah. There, I had no chance. Finish redrawing, thank you very much.
You must sweat like a swine in that jacket.
We'll catch 'em all! Oh, it'd be a shame to let this beauty go to waste.
What's the AI gonna do in this situation? I wonder. Knickers is probably gonna feed on my card soon enough.
Exzellent Zweifel!
Elherzer.
Wait, you're serious?
Yes.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
I may have to move that manticore.
Hellcatzer!
Honestly, at this stage, it's probably just best if I let this go. I can't do so,
Bigger
though,
they
so
are,
easily.
easier they are to target.
Hold on. Rayla.
For Demavend! Ha!
Goodbye.
Nilfgaard! Then the truth!
Edroto dum anime est, spes est.
Nilfgaard, yeah, they won. This hand. My turn.
My boots got sand aplenty in them.
Alright.
Prepare to fight if you've any honor.
That might just win the Nilfgaardians the battle, actually.
Hey?
Fucking hell, man.
My prescription, a bit of bloodletting.
How many could they have?
Ha!
I'd hoped we could solve this some other way.
Tell me you jest.
An army's a waste of time for one like me.
Victory. Nilfgaard is defeated over here. We requisitioned over 30 head of cattle from the local population, slaughtered them and left them under the sun. Once the carcasses have reached the appropriate level of rot, as determined by the medics of Vivacaro, they shall be sent to the front for the artillery division. Alright. They need the carcasses. The plague. We need to deal with their artillery, I guess. The city lies over here. I'll deal with that, but in due course. A rock with 2 trees. How wonderful. Doesn't show on the fucking map. And there we go. Hold on. I have plenty of fucking coin. Yeah, that should be enough. Alright, nothing else here. Damage a unit in units adjacent to it by 5. This could be more useful in certain situations. This too. But not this.
Coming across a small brook, Meve ordered her soldiers to replenish their water supplies. When they returned, it was with empty water skins and troubled expressions.
Milady, the water tastes of blood. Not like black pudding, mind, but rancid, filthy.
Meve had no choice but to march on. She gulped dryly and wondered how to interpret this strange event. An omen, perhaps? A warning from the gods? She soon learned the truth. Following the brook upstream, the Lyrians arrived at a small pool. Bobbing on its surface were dozens of corpses. A young woman caught Meve's gaze, her long hair spread delicately atop the water, wide-open eyes reflecting the sky, a fine nose peppered with freckles, and a gaping wound slashed across her throat.
We shall stop here,
the Queen said calmly,
and give these souls a proper burial. Reynard, send scouts. Tell them they are not to return until they ascertain what has happened here.
Indeed.
When the scouts returned a while later, they brought with them a barefooted peasant they'd found hiding in the woods. They claimed he hailed from Horton, a nearby village, the village whose inhabitants had been murdered.
Them black-clad wretches stormed the village, milady. The devil free gave at the fore. Rounded us right up, took us down to the lake. Whole village, mind. They'd chop, and splosh, splosh. 'Twas I alone gave him the slip.
Meve listened to the man's tale, then placed him in the care of her medics and ordered the Lyrians to break camp. She rode at the head of their column, Reynard at her side, her knuckles gripped white on the reins.
Do we know where this Frigef is stationed?
Our riders report he's pitched camp to the east.
Then let's pay him a call.
They killed all, like Rosberg. My lady, please, make them pay.
Milka, Bezrad, Kristan, all killed. Souls snuffed out to the very last. Could have run for help, I know. But I was afeard. Afeard the black lads had catch wind of me, hear me. What now? Whatever will I do? Alone. Left all alone. Me lady, buried our valuables 'fore the black lads came. In the wood, near a big boulder. Got a bit of charcoal? I can sketch the way for you.
It's engraving Nilfgaardian. Seems an invader was laid to rest here. Judged by the tributes left, he must have been someone important. The heart and slaughter still has our soldiers' liver, then they wish to destroy the grave. Shall we leave them to it? Take only the tributes, leave the rest untouched. Alright. So, he said near the woods. Probably there, somewhere. Or no, here. Or is it? No, actually.
Could have run for help. Could have run for help, I know.
Alright, need to go to Aldersberg. Nilfgaardians.
The Lyrians had no trouble finding Vrigef's camp. It was the size of a sprawling town. Meve stopped her caravan and called for a council. The first to speak was Reynard.
Seems our scouts were both right and wrong, your grace. They did pinpoint General Frigef, the Butcher of Horton. Unfortunately, they underestimated his detachment. It is much larger and better armed than our own.
That changes nothing.
Meve said, forestalling all protest.
If I leave him unpunished, without so much as an attempt, I shall never be able to face my reflection again. We must attack.
Reynard bowed and passed the order to the Lyrians. Later that same day, Meve and Frigef's forces stood face to face on the field of battle.
Special rules. Defeat the Nilfgaardian army or eliminate the general. You may have expected General Vrykos' countenance to parallel his villainy. She imagined a face disfigured with scars, yellow teeth. She bore witness to a distinguished gentleman in his 40s with a meticulously trimmed beard. He appeared to be to her rather well normal. Well, we're gonna have to eliminate the general then. There we go. This is what I wanted.
Frigef! It's time you pay for your crimes!
You will pay. There! Frigef! I see him! We've got to catch him!
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Horsens.
Again and again and again.
Ha!
An army's a waste of time for one like me.
My pain serves a purpose.
Yeah!
Hail Katza! Aye.
Company! Forward march!
Should have listened to me, old lady.
Left, right, left, right.
This harvest, we'll be reaping black-clad heads.
And just when you thought things were about to get dull.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
It's not too late to walk away.
What do you want of me?
I couldn't quite manage to destroy the gate. Or at least not yet. Victory is mine.
The Lyrians won the day, despite their foe's distinct advantage. Historians later ascribed Maeve's victory to her light troops' superior maneuverability in the difficult terrain compared to the plate-clad Nilfgaardians. But if you ask me, that wasn't it at all. A storm of fury had been quietly gathering in the Lyrians' hearts, a squall of rage stoked by the Nilfgaardians' unparalleled cruelty towards the conquered. And no one embodied this barbarism more perfectly than General Frigga. Maeve's men were ready to sacrifice anything to see him punished. They dragged the defeated general before Maeve. The Queen wished to learn why he'd ordered the execution of an entire village, how the Nilfgaardians could possibly justify such a crime.
2 weeks prior, I'd sent a detachment to Horton to procure feed. Captain Gaynor commanded it. While he was verifying their grain stores, they barricaded him in the barn and put it to flame.
The Queen listened to the general's story, her face a mask, betraying nothing.
Murdered. One man was murdered.
Frigga raised his eyes to Maeve's. The Queen was surprised to see them wet with tears.
Yes, my lady. My son.
The general's simple words bore pain, grief, and a thirst for revenge that would never be slaked. The Queen had to decide what to do with Frigga. No doubt the general had earned punishment, the harshest possible at that. Yet, such a weighty personage could fetch a hefty ransom, and Maeve's army desperately needed the gold.
He will be ransomed.
In the end, the Queen decided to return the general for a golden ransom. Whether she chose the path out of mercy, moved by the Nilfgaardians' tears, or out of pure material calculation, sensing an excellent chance to replenish her war chest, it is hard to say. One thing is certain. Her men were crestfallen at the news. They had challenged Frigga's greatly superior forces in the name of justice, not gold.
True. That is all very well and true. Same time, they didn't murder his son. He took it out on them. Killing him doesn't feel right after that, I don't know. It's not mercy necessarily, it's just like cycle of revenge. On and on it goes. When does it stop? And no one knows. If no one's willing to make that decision at one point, things are gonna get pretty fucking nasty. Of course, the Nilfgaardians are invaders and all that. Brutal ones at that. Something that may not be apparent in the Witcher games, the Witcher trilogy, but the Nilfgaardians are pretty fucking brutal. Hold on a second. So, it should be here. But it's not. Then where? That's the question, isn't it?
Could have run.
What a damnable mess this is. Isn't it? Fallen column. That's what I need to find. Alright, puzzle. Remove all the corpses from the board. Fuck. Oh.
One bolt's all I need. Give me a target. Our ballista, your command. One bolt's all I need. Give me a target. Our ballista, your command. Our ballista, your command. Armor won't serve them. One bolt's all I need. One bolt's all I need. Give me a target. Our ballista, your command. Armor won't save them. One bolt's all I need. Give me a target. Our ballista, your command. Armor won't save.
Ha!
One bolt's all I need. Give me a target.
Gotta be a bit more surgical, I guess. Alright then.
One bolt's all I need. Give me a target. Our ballista, your command. Armor won't save.
Alright, that did it.
One bolt's all I need. Give me a target.
Mistakes were made.
One bolt's all I need. Give me a target. Our ballista, your command. Armor won't save them. One bolt's all I need.
Right, I need to use her ability from the start.
One bolt's all I need. Give me a target. Our ballista, your command. Armor won't save him. One bolt's all I need. Give me a target. Our ballista, your command.
Alright, try again. So I can put 2 cards on each row, right?
Armor won't save him.
No. One per row. At least at the start.
One bolt's all I need. Give me a target. Our ballista, your command. Armor won't save him. One bullet's all I need.
Alright, victory. What is this? Well, there's still plenty of stuff to do, right?
Meave's Lyrians were traversing a wood when they heard the loud, drawn-out blast of a horn.
One of our scouts?
The Queen asked, clearly perplexed. She turned in her saddle to face Reynard, who shook his head.
Strange. Gascon, appoint a few of your strays. Ones who know how to blend in. Have them sniff out who blows that horn. And why.
The scouts returned a short while later with their report. Soldiers had pitched camp in a nearby meadow. They wore Aedirnian uniforms, cut by sashes bearing a golden sun. They addressed their leader as Fulberson.
Know the name?
Rayla said.
Fulberson went over to the enemy first day of the war, took his whole division with him. Your Grace, a chance like this won't come again. Let's teach the traitors a lesson.
We must send a strong signal. One all the North will hear. From the Yaruga to the Dragon Mountains.
Announced the Queen.
Whoever collaborates with the invader shall pay with his head. Prepare to attack.
Rayla nodded, clearly pleased. The Lyrians surrounded the meadow marked by their scouts. Moments later, a flaming arrow pierced the sky, giving the signal to attack.
An entire division. A division is about 10,000 men. I very much doubt the entire Aedirnian army at this point is made up of 10,000 men. Fulberson was not the sole traitor in the north. Many of the land's wealthiest allied with the empires, bribed by the promise of riches and privilege, and sometimes under duress. They had struggled to discern whether the kings themselves were striking deal with the invaders. Censored of Kedwin, fall tested to Mary, and it did appear, after all, that the longer the war dragged on, the less the resistance Nilfgaard seemed to encounter. Retreat the retreat timer to 0.
Is that Queen Meave? To arms!
Should have listened to me, old lady.
152, 154. Scrubbing duty again? Oh, gods.
This man has suffered much.
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
New orders? No? Ah.
Mercy, your grace. We surrender.
Alright then.
The traitors, perhaps used to fighting unsuspecting foes, stood no chance against the determined Lyrian attack. At its conclusion, Meave personally knocked Fulberson off his mount, then tore off his visor. The face she saw evoked more sympathy than hatred. Fulberson was an old, sickly man, his skin pale and blemished. With great difficulty he pulled himself up on his knees, then extended a shaky hand in pleading.
Your Grace, have mercy. The Nilfgaardians forced me to treason. They threatened torture.
Meve felt her soldiers' eyes on her. They awaited her decision. How would she treat this traitor? Would she really execute him as a warning to others?
I hereby dissolve your division, Falberson. And you, surrender your sword and be on your way.
The traitor threw himself at the Queen's feet.
You've shown mercy befitting a truly great ruler, Your Grace. 1,000 thanks. To the south of here lie my lands. Visit me. I shall throw a sumptuous feast in your honor and provide a generous donation to your fight against our common foe.
Meve ordered Fulberson to stand. Her Lyrians reluctantly stepped out of the departing traitor's way. When he passed Black Rayla, she spat at his feet. Meve and her Lyrians arrived at Fulberson's lands, home of the traitor she had let live. He greeted the Queen with full honors. In ceremonial garb, a platter of bread and salt held aloft.
Your Grace, 'tis an honor to welcome you to my humble abode. Please, come inside. A fattened piglet already turns on the spit. Soon I shall fetch my best wines from the cellar.
Meve, having lived on nothing but salt pork and gruel for weeks, was tempted to accept the offer. Black Rayla, however, was strongly against it.
Ma'am, forgive my insolence, but to eat from a traitor's table is foolish. Don't do it.
Heeding Rayla's plea, the Queen declined Fulberson's invitation. Clearly saddened, he escorted the Queen to the bounds of his estate.
I thank you once more, Your Grace,
he said, bending to kiss her hand.
And I swear from now on, I shall support the North as best I can.
Meve nodded, then went on her way. She wondered whether the old man would keep his word, or, as soon as the Lyrians disappeared over the horizon, once again don an imperial crested sash.
'Tis a great pity Your Grace hasn't time to feast with us. From here on, by donning the
Frankly, I expected a trap. Oh, could be the treasure there. Might be, might not be. No. But where would it be then? I have no clue. No fucking clue, really. I mean, if you look at the... Was it the right decision to spare him? Maybe, maybe not. Tree. See if I can find a tree like that. Don't see any. Is it there? Well, if there is anything I have learned, is that treasures can be pretty damn far away. Right.
took but one damned week. The army was shattered to pieces.
Sure, the Devon event will not go down so easily.
Black lads were supposed to grind their teeth against our walls. Bloody empty promise by our leaders. Commander, onward to Abbey. Bloody idiots.
There a place for me in your ranks, your majesty? I'd so like to serve you. I'd do so with loyalty deserving of my own king.
What do we have here? Destroy the old rat tossers and cow carcasses. Do not let any crowd. Alright, puzzle. Let's see what's over here. Alright.
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
Sounds easy, really.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
Oh. Okay.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Stop your yapping and start digging.
Alright, again.
Hey? Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth? Have it the white of an eye from half a league away. Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
Don't you worry yourself, Your Grace. We'll get it done in no time.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away. Bigger they are, easier they are to target. Bigger they are, easier they are to tug.
Pissing in the moat? Oh, you're dead.
Thing about slings, they hide well. Hey?
Oh, okay. We can't let them explode on our side. Fair enough.
Hey?
Pissing in the moat? Oh, you're dead.
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth? I've hit the white of an eye from half a league away.
Crap.
Bigger they are, easier they are to tug.
Pissing in the moat? Oh, you're dead.
Thing about slings, they hide well. Hey?
All right then.
Hey?
Pissing in the moat? Oh, you're dead.
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
All right.
I've hit the white of an eye from half a league away.
Hold on. Yeah, restart. I guess I could let them get more cows, right?
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Pissing in the moat? Oh, you're dead.
Hey? Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
That will do. What? But how did that happen?
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Pissing in the moat? Oh, you're dead.
Hey? Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
Alright, puzzle done. Some useful tactics there, I guess. Alright, that's done. Next.
Yes? I must go.
Lurian blacksmith. That can wait, honestly. I don't need it as much as other things. What do I not have? What? Of all the of all the damn things to not have. I mean, seriously, I've had so much damn wood, I've been trading it for gold. Alright. Good. Completed the card. At least. Still missing that last treasure location. But then again, I'll use the guide for that kind of stuff. Majesty, the town is indeed deserted, but prisoners... Okay. Release them. I don't need the... I don't want to make that trade-off, right?
As Meve passed the city of Harmelin, one of the peasants she'd saved from Nilfgaardian captivity requested an audience.
Be taking leave of you here, milady. Folk from our parts lives in Harmelin. We'll manage. But, milady, we thank you for taking pity on us, time and again. We've nothing, milady, or nears enough. Black-clad bastards took all's worth taking. Except in this amulet. Been in my family for ages, kept us from harm. May it do the same for you.
Meve wanted to say she did not believe in peasant superstitions, but when she took the ivory pendant in hand, she felt a curious warmth from it. The peasant bowed, then joined the others as they trod off towards Harmelin.
We're safe behind these walls. At least for now, you've twice shown us mercy, Millie. Militile bless you twice over just the same. This pendant, your majesty. Wear it round your neck, always. It'll keep evil from you. You've twice shown us mercy, Millie. Militile...
There's a battle up ahead. Major one. Kostin signing out.